Namaste. Today we will be practicing on the breathing or the pranayama during pregnancy. So let us see what is pranayama and how it is going to be effective during our pregnancy time. So pranayama, as we all know, it is something which help you to regulate your inhalation and exhalation. Pranayama. So we always take it in the other definition, that is prana means what? Mostly many people they take it as prana as the air we breathe in and out, and yama is the exercise or regulating. So commonly when you ask what is pranayama, they will say that something which is regulating and your prana, which is regulating your inhalation and exhalation, is pranayama. But I have another definition for it, because here the prana, it doesn't simply implicate only the breath. It's not only the breath, but the vital energy in yourself. So prana can be regulated by several means, even by your talking, your speech, your vision, and your thinking power, you're hearing the things, all this, even your food, your words you are using, everything consists of the prana. Even the dress you are wearing, the atmosphere you are in, everything consists of prana. So the easy method to control this prana, this vital energy, one of the easy method is by regulating your breath. So we know that. So when a person is saying you to be consciously inhale and exhale, you take enough time to regulate it. That is a one plus point of pranayama. Thereby we unconsciously or consciously we are, or without our knowledge or by knowledge also, we are just going into the regulating our prana or the energy which we are taking. And when you are taking when you are doing pranayama, it doesn't mean that it is you are regulating or you are clearing up the whole nadis, but the main passage, that is the Ida Nadi, Pingala Nadi and Sushumna Nadi. So other 72,000 nadis are the branches of this Ida and Pingala. So when you are doing pranayama, you are mainly controlling the prana through the Ida and the Pingala. Okay. So now let us see why one should practice pranayama during pregnancy and what are the effect of it. So during pregnancy, the pregnant mother will be suffering from all sort of pain right from the moment she is conceived. And let me say, like first 1 month may be easy for her, but from the next second month onwards, she will be having one or the other problem, mainly related with the pain. And next one is a sleeplessness. She won't be able to sleep properly. Then all that sort of leg discomfort will be there. Back, because of the change in your posture, back pain problem will be coming, and because of putting up your weight, there will be the problems in your metabolism. All such things will be coming along. It's a part and parcel of your pregnancy. So when you are practicing pranayama, you can slowly reduce the intensity of this coming up problems or discomforts, and also you can prevent it. And now you have to consider two things while practicing. Some persons will be a regular practitioner of yoga before getting pregnant. For them it will be easy, so that they can easily go on to the practice without any prior knowledge. But some people, they will be new to it, and sometimes their gynec or the OG doctor may refer them to for the yoga. So such people, they have to focus on the breathing techniques, later on coming to the pranayama, and they can slowly go on to the pranayama phases. And out of my experience, I have seen that Nadi Shuddhi and Loma Viloma, of the all pranayama, the mother will be experiencing more comfort when there will be some sound. So I prefer Nada pranayama for the pregnant mothers. So let us see the common pranayamas which they can do right from the first trimester, later to the third trimester, and which they should avoid right from the starting. And before going to the session, I would like to inform you one more thing, that whatever pranayama or whatever, how much ever the inhalation, exhalation rate, all that rules are not applicable during the pregnancy time, because the mother will be in a condition where we have to see the mother's comfort zone when you are giving them not only pranayama sessions, but also the asana or the other yoga sessions. So sometimes she'll be comfort in the chair, sometimes she'll be comfort in the ground, sometimes in the bed. So make sure the mother is in a comfort zone sitting in a very comfort zone and in a relaxed manner, and you just go on the instruction. You just make sure that she is able to follow your instructions, and just stop it when she is not, and don't strain her too much. And you have to give all the instruction before the session, and make sure that she is completely comfort in throughout your sessions. So in the starting sessions, I would like to say that I whenever mother is coming, I ask her to sit in a very comfortable posture in a relaxed manner, and I gave them the Jnanendriya relaxation, where I will be I will be asking or guiding them to concentrate on their sense organs, and thereby they will be able to relax more and be conscious of their breath. Later, next step is the breathing technique, which is very common breathing technique, simple breathing techniques with a mild stretching. Then the third phase is the pranayama, and mainly I advise them to do Nadi Shuddhi pranayama and Brahmari pranayama and Pranava pranayama, and so that they will be having an easy rapport with the baby and everything. Pranava pranayama is a wonderful technique which the baby loves as well as the mother. And this Pranava pranayama, all these three pranayamas you can carry till the end of the labor, and even during the labor also you can do it. No issues in that. And during this session, and I will be conveying my experience on my pregnancy, and as well as when I did my MPhil in SITA under Dr. Ananda Balayogi Bhavanani and Dr. Meena ma'am. I have done my MPhil thesis on this Pranava pranayama and the effect in the fetus. So out of that experience, and later on when I conceived, when I got pregnant, I make sure that I continue with the practice till the labor bed, and it was a wonderful experience for me. So all these sessions will be my experience, will be conveyed with my experience, my own personal experience, as well as the experience I shared with the other mothers also. So first we'll starting with the Jnanendriya relaxation, Jnanendriya Dhyana. Just sit in a very comfortable posture, relaxed manner. Even whatever trimester may be, there are no issues. Just keep your legs forward, eyes closed and relaxed. Make sure you are sitting in a very comfortable posture. Close your eyes and make sure you are just listening to all the sounds you are hearing from outside. Listen to the sound. You can hear various sounds. Don't respond to them, just hear it and leave it. Now gently take your awareness towards your body. Feel the changes in your body right from the tip of the toe till the crown. Concentrate on the body parts where it is not uncovered. Concentrate on the body parts which is uncovered by the which is not covered by the clothes, especially your foot, your hands, your palms, face and your neck region. Feel the gentle touch of the air. Slowly take your awareness towards your nostril. You can feel the air moving in and out while you are breathing. Cool air enters in your body while you exhale. Warm air exhales out. Gently take your awareness towards your mouth. Inside your mouth, your tongue. Feel the sweetness of your taste. take your awareness towards your eyes. Don't move your eyeballs, make it still. Bring a gentle smile to your face. Experience the positiveness in your body. Place your hands over your tummy. It's help you to have a bondage with the baby. Feel the movement of your baby. Take your awareness back to your ears. Don't respond to the sounds, just listen to it and leave it. It's time to come back. Slight movements to your hands and fingers. Gently rub your hands. Rub your palms together. Once you feel the warmth, place it over your eyes. Make it once more. Rub your palms. Place it over your eyes. Once more. Rub your palms. Make it and gently open your eyes. So it's a wonderful session. This Jnanendriya Dhyana, which you can continue it at any time, anywhere you are sitting. So it eases out the stress the lady or the mother is having and help you to have a very good sleep. So once you finish this session, you can gently move on to the breathing exercise. So make sure you are not expanding moving your abdomen. Just make sure that you are giving a movement in your chest. Right? So we are going to focus on thoracic breathing than abdominal breathing. Okay, because your abdomen won't be having that much space to expand and contract. That's why we are focusing throughout the pregnancy. Just focus on your thoracic breathing. It helps you in the enhancing your respiratory functions. So interlock your fingers, place it, and gently move your hands forward and release. So this is simple techniques which you can do it. Inhale and take your hands up above your head. Exhale, bring it back. Again, inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Release and relax. So when you do this, they will be feeling that stretch in their back, help them to relieve their neck pain, shoulder pain, as well as the middle back pain. Okay, and it also gives space for the baby enough to move around, and that clumsiness pain won't be there felt by the mother. So this is a breathing technique which we are doing. Next, we will be raising the hands above, and we take the hands back, and we bring your hands down. So this is what the second breathing exercise. So I just sit in a sidewise, so it'll be easy for everyone to see. Inhale, take it, rotate your hands and bring it back. Very good. Inhale and rotate your hands, bring it back. So simple techniques which we be using. Now go for the forward one. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very good. So this also helps with the sidewise stretch. So help you to in the stretching, because during pregnancy the abdominal muscles will be stretching out. So that discomfort will be there, and it will be pushing the organs inward and sidewise. So that discomforts also can be relieved by means of these stretching breathing exercises. Now, as I told you before, if you are new to yoga, just continue this breathing exercise and this Jnanendriya Dhyana for 1 to 2 weeks. Later, you start up with the this pranayama which we are going to do now. So first, we will be doing Anuloma and Viloma pranayama. So before starting Anuloma and Viloma pranayama, I would like to I would like to, I will be, sorry, before doing Anuloma Viloma Pranayama, I've always asked them to do Savitri Pranayama. It's a very simple technique. Gently breathing in for 6 seconds and breathing out for 6 seconds. Something like a deep inhalation and exhalation. Here also, focus on the thoracic breathing, not on the abdominal breathing. So you can ask the mother to place their palms on the knees. Sit straight with your shoulder relaxed, neck erect, with the eyes gently closed. Now slowly breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. You can see how the chest is moving in and out. Once again, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Once more. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. So this is a very simple technique. This can be also practiced in any time, at any time. So this is a deep inhalation and exhalation. So while after a long walk, after climbing the steps, or after a strenuous work or something, might be not strenuous, but according to their condition, it will be strenuous. So after a strainful work, they can do this Savitri Pranayama. Now we move on to the Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama to cleanse out the or to give a rejuvenating power or a rejuvenating change to a nervous system. Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama is a wonderful technique. It actually regulates the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. There's 50-50 chances. Why? Because in most of us, when I'm talking to you, when I'm taking class to you, my sympathetic nervous system is a bit high than the parasympathetic nervous system. So when a person has to be relaxed, both this nervous system should become working in a Samatolna Avastha, the Santulna Avastha. That is, they should share 50-50 chance. So that is what mainly this Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama does. Because the one which is up, it regulates them to normalcy. One which is down, it pushes it to the normalcy. Thus regulating the autonomic nervous system. Let's see how we do the Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. And make sure you start with the 3 rounds, slowly increasing to 6, next to 9. So in your right hand, next to your thumb, just fold the next 2 fingers inward. So you have your thumb left out and your ring finger left out. Bring it in front of your nostril. So your thumb comes in the right side and the ring finger comes in your left side. So these are 2 sides fingers which you use for closing and opening. So Nadi Shuddhi starts with your left side. You breathe in through the left, closing it. Breathe out through the right. Again breathing in through the right, closing it and opening. Breathe out through the left. Okay. So left, right, right, left. Okay. So we do for 2 rounds. We do for 3 rounds. Again, gently breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open the right. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right side, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close it. Open the left. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. So let us do it with closed eyes. So make sure breathe in and out for 6 seconds. Gently close your eyes and gently open your left nostril. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once more. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release your hands. Eyes closed. Gently observe your nostril first. Feel the changes in both the nostrils. Later, take your awareness towards your forehead and your head region. Calm down your body, calm down your head region, calm down your chest region. And gently open your eyes. Very good. Next is both the pranayama which you are going to do is the sound. So that is Nada pranayama. One is Bhramari pranayama and second is Pranava pranayama. So Bhramari or Bhramaram, which is called as honeybee. So here we will be inhaling. On exhalation we will be producing the sound humming sound. Okay. On exhalation we will be producing the humming sound. Not through the inhalation. That is the second phase. So you inhale. On exhalation you produce and we will be also adapting the Shanmukhi Mudra here. I insist that every person should do Bhramari pranayama with Shanmukhi Mudra because it is one of the pranayama which help you in the phase of Pratyahara. Because all your sense organs, your eyes, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your tongue and your skin and your touch, everything are just controlling. So we can easily, when you practice this, which will help you to withdraw and we can increase the willpower, especially when you practice yoga as a therapeutic module. Because some people, especially in diabetes persons, we will be asking them to cut off certain sweets and everything and to not to take them. But many of them, they find it difficult to withdraw from it. So once they practice this Bhramari pranayama, it will be an add-on effect for them. So I insist that everyone, any condition, not only in diabetes, any condition can do this Bhramari pranayama. And also the other benefit which I have seen in Bhramari pranayama is the memory power. It increases your concentration power in such a way that you yourself will be amused by that. So that much power it has because the vibration you are producing, it has a direct effect on the brain. Because you are producing the vibration, it will be standing in the face as well as you can feel it inside the skull and you can feel that vibration. So that positive vibration helps in the signaling network, helps the brain to enhance the brain function. Okay, the hormone secretion, everything. They are the data, same like the data entry, the encryption, description, everything happens in the brain in a much faster way and in a very quick way you can do it. So that is a plus point of Bhramari pranayama. Now let's see how to do the Shanmukhi Mudra. Take the 10 fingers and with the thumb you just close the ears. Just close the flap of your ear. Don't put the hands inside the ear. Just close it with the flap. And the 2 fingers for the eyes and the ring finger for the nose. Don't close the nose, just place it here. And the 5th finger for the mouth, sides of the mouth. Okay, and it's very easy and can be easily adapted. And even though it's a variation of Shanmukhi Mudra, the finger variation is be easily adapted by any person than the other one. Gently inhale. So till the exhalation, till the stopping of exhalation, you have to continue the chanting. Not after that. Many people I have seen after exhalation also they just go on humming it. It's not pranayama. It will become a song. So it will become a singing. So just stop once your breathing has stopped. Okay, once the exhalation has stopped. Just inhale. Once again. That much pressure, that much change you are getting once you are closing the eyes. Don't open the eyes fast. Just close your eyes and settle. Enjoy the changes happening in your face, your ears. Feel the changes in your body, especially around the neck region, your ears. Now with the rubbing the hand, gently open it. Rub the hands, place it over the eyes and gently open it. Yes. So indeed it's a very wonderful experience when you do Bhramari pranayama. I insist them to do 9 plus so that that vibration continues, and it's very 6 to 9 rounds we use to do it. So that much effectiveness you can feel that you straight away go to sleep actually after that. So those who are feeling difficult in your sleeping pattern, you can do it. And also it can help you to control your mood swing which you will be experienced during the pregnancy. And next one is our wonderful session on Pranava Pranayama. So near to my heart because I did my study on Pranava Pranayama, and we found that after doing the study, I found out that this even Pranava Pranayama is composed of 3 notes: Akara, Ukara, and Makara. So how we did is that we asked the mother to chant A for 9 rounds, U for 9 rounds, for 9 rounds. Then we combined together and chanting the Om for 9 rounds. And I have found that Akara and Ukara, yes, it is very good, give the vibration and everything is there. But the baby responds much for the Makara phase than the other 2 phase. And the response rate of baby is much better when the mother is humming. And when the mother is chanting Omkara, Kara, and that phase the baby will be moving it fast. So when I did the study, I found out that most of the mothers, they say that okay, when I'm doing this Makara phase, I can feel the movement of my baby is jumping and this and everything. And during my pregnancy also I did it, and I too felt the same changes in my body. And after this Pranava Pranayama, even though the fetal heart rate as well as the mother's heart rate was in normal, we can regulate the cardiovascular parameters, both the mother's and the fetal. So that is a plus point in Pranava Pranayama. So, and this Pranava Pranayama we can do it sitting as well as in the standing. So is a long session. Doing the steps of Pranava procedure. Pranayama is a very long, but we have cut short and we have just taken only the app part of it. So we ask the mother to place the hands over the abdomen while chanting Akara, over the chest for Makara, and over the neck region for chest for Ukara, and over the neck region for Makara. And later when she is chanting Omkara, she can place the hands over the abdomen. And if she is finding it difficult to place the hand, it's okay, she can just place the hands over the abdomen and can just lean back in the chair and you can do it. And same effect you feel while you are listening to the Om chanting also. Dear Sir, Dr. Ananda Balayogi Bhavanani Sir's this Om voice is there. So that was played via the headphone to the mothers, and we found that the same effect is happening when the mother is chanting also. So the end result is what? Why this sudden changes is happening? Because the regulation of this autonomous nervous system, that is something which is happening in the baby, and as well as the sound waves, it produces a positiveness and it controls the inner sound of the mother. And inner sound means that the respiratory rate sound, heart beating sound, the digestive sound, all these are internal mother voice. So that get controlled, and to the baby it will be a very soothing melody. Because if the mother is stressed, her respiratory rate will be increased, heart rate will be increased, the digestive, all the functions will be increased. That may be not a very good suitable environment for the baby. When all the mother's cardiovascular, all this respiratory, heart, everything is controlled, the baby can hear a very soothing sound. That is what we concluded. So now let's do the Pranava Pranayama. Just place your hands over your abdomen. Just lean backward, close your eyes. We will be chanting Agara, Ukara and Makara each for 3 rounds. Later we combine all the 3 things and we will be chanting Omkara. Now let's inhale. Once more. Once more. Gently take your awareness towards your chest. Inhale and on exhalation chant Ukara. Even though you are awareness of your chest, you should also be aware of the baby. Inhale. Next is Makara. Inhale. On exhalation. Experience the vibration of the Akara, Ukara and Makara throughout your body. Gently inhale on exhalation, chant Omkara 3 times. Inhale. Be in that posture for a while. Feel the changes in your body, especially over your abdomen. Experience the changes and the movement of your baby. Just relax in that posture. Be in that posture. Make sure you are very comfortable in this posture. Slowly sit straight. Rub your palms together. Give a good rub so that you feel the warmth. Once you feel the warmth, place it over your eyes. And slowly open the eyes. So these are the simple pranayamas and the most effective pranayamas one should be following during their pregnancy, right from the first trimester to the end phase of your labor. Even during the labor time also you can do it. So make sure if you are new to it, just start with the breathing exercise. Slowly after 1 week, you just go on to the other part. Then starting with the anuloma, that is inhalation and exhalation through single nostril. Start with Savitri Pranayama, inhaling through both the nostril and exhaling it. Moving to Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, later to Bhramari and then to Pranava. And each of it to be started for 3 rounds each, later to 6 and later to 9. Okay, and I can assure you that it helps you to reducing all the discomforts you are feeling during your pregnancy time. You will be having a very good sleep. Along with the add-on effect is that you can enhance your mood level. Your hormonal levels will be you have a very good hormonal balance will be there. You will be avoiding that imbalance, especially for your baby. Your baby will be actually from the time of the conception, the baby is having the life. So the baby will be having a very nurtured environment to come out. So once it come out, we should also make a very good environment for them. So it is my immense my keen request to each and everyone to follow the yogic principles as well as the chadurbhavas of the yoga and go along with it throughout your life, so that we all can be in tune with the nature. And thank you all for this wonderful session. Namaste.